your Bible. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse number 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse number 1. He says that now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware. Concerning spiritual gifts, I do not want you to be unaware. In your Bible, is the gift? Do you see that the gift is 1 Corinthians 12, verse 1? You will see that the gift in grammar they say is italicized. It's slanted. It's slanted, right? It's slanted. So the reason why gift is slanted, or you see it in that form, it's not in the same format as all the letters in Romans chapter in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1, is because gift is not in the original writing. When Paul was writing this particular verse, Paul did not say that now concerning spiritual gift. What Paul said was, now concerning spiritual, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware. Are we together? This is the original writing. But they put the gifts there because of interpretation, because they want us to know the direction that Paul is trying to go in terms of his context, right? But before we get to gift, I want us to get into the mind of Paul a little bit. The mind of Paul a little bit. The mind that he had when he wrote the verse 1, when he says that he doesn't want us to be unaware when it comes to the spiritual. When we say spiritual, how do you understand it? You can say spiritual. How do you understand it? Spiritual realm. We are say. How do you understand it? Spiritual. You can say spiritual. I need somebody to take the mic and help me to get some feedback. You can say we are say. How do we? Oh, Auntie Vic, former the young ladies. Yes.
Auntie Vic, a young lady.
Yeah, Auntie Vic is a young lady. Yes. So, yaka spiritual. What do we understand by spiritual? Maybe your young, a young teenager comes to you and be like, "Daddy, mommy, what is spiritual? What is spiritual realm? How would you explain that?" If we cannot explain that, that means we are unaware. As Paul put it, we are unaware. So that means we have to do some education on the spiritual so that we become aware. Yes.
Kakra meaning says spiritual whatever. You were a tomb for almost did bunny a would sumo anacho. Now you were so to say be a suffer to be a fattest and prof. I was what to work in hintasam a be extra. Into your you made two for almost did one year war and it came on. I suffer so almost to Maka in hintasam extra here. Media cramming.
Okay. So, want to translate into you?
I think she meant like,
yes,
when someone were to try, or her trying to define what the spiritual realm is, there are things and principalities and high places that I don't think I'm the best translator here.
You've done well. You've done well. That is a very good summary. Yeah, basically they are demonic spirit, there are certain things going on in that realm. So it's a vast realm. And when we talk about spiritual, one of the things that we need to understand is that the spiritual realm was created before the natural realm. There's two realms. When you read Genesis chapter 1, it talks about in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So he created the two realms, the spiritual realm and the natural realm. And the intention of God, I'm trying to educate you about the spiritual, okay? So that when somebody asks you, you know what to say. So the intention of God was that the spiritual realm will rule over the natural realm. And what God originally had in mind when he was creating Adam was that Adam will make the natural realm and the spiritual realm to be in sync. But the moment the fall of man took place, when sin came into place, the natural realm fell way, way behind. So, I know you are looking at me so strangely, but that is the spiritual realm. Sometimes you will see yourself in the spiritual realm, who you are. The person that you are in the realm of the spirit is a complete person. What you are in this natural life, you are playing catch up. You are playing catch up. This realm is a catch up to the spiritual realm. When we talk about the end of days, when we talk about God, the end of this world, it is basically God going to do away with the natural realm. Is God going to do away with the natural realm completely? So in the spirit realm, when we talk about the spiritual, they are not, those in the spiritual, they are not sleeping and waking up. They are not waiting for summer, they are not waiting for winter. Whatever they are in the complete state. They are in the complete state. They are not waiting for God to do anything there. It is this realm that is trying to catch up to that realm. Does that make sense? Yes. Any questions? Any doubt about the spiritual? Now you know how to explain the spiritual. So you see, your life, in other words, your life in the natural should be in sync with your life in the spiritual. Whom you are in the spiritual should reflect the kind of person you are in the natural. Let me give you a verse. Romans chapter 8, you have to use your Bible. Romans chapter 8 verse 29. Romans chapter 8 verse 29 to 30. It says that for those God foreknew, he predestined to be conformed to the likeness of his son. Those God foreknew. And those he predestined, he called. Those he called, he justified. And those he justified, he glorified. Which means, this is the Bible verse that talks about predestination. It's a very controversial verse. God already knows those that are going to be in heaven and those that are going to be in hell. There are some people, no matter how you preach Christ to them, they will never be born again. Because their life in the spiritual is already condemned. Do you get it? And that is why there are some people too, no matter how wild they will be in their life, they will still come back to God. Because their life in the spiritual is that they will be with God. That is predestination. Any question? Too difficult? Okay, let's go to gifts. Let's talk about gifts. Maybe you guys are not liking my talk this morning. So let's talk about spiritual gifts. So let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse number 1. And let's talk about the gift. But God help you. At the end of the day, if you understand my talk, what I'm saying this morning to you about the spiritual, when you see something about you in the spirit, maybe God reveals something about you in the spirit, it is an indicator that no matter what, that thing should happen in the natural. No matter what, that thing should happen in the natural. And God is just trying to reveal to you. Maybe sometimes you feel like you will not get there. You feel like your life will not amount to anything. And then God reveals to you that you are like You are like a great person. So God is trying to encourage you that, hey, in the spirit, you are a great person. Oh. The end of your story is that you are a great person. And that is to encourage you. So when you go before God, one of the prayers that you should be praying that, Lord, my life in the natural will not be a contradiction to my life in the spiritual. The goal of the enemy is that your life in the natural will be a contradiction to your life in the spiritual. That is the goal of the enemy.